Shania, wherefore art thou, Shania?
Oh, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Karagor is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon who is already sick and pale with grief.
I won't lie, Shania, I didn't catch a lot of that. I heard what you said about killing the envious moon, though, so I'm going to take a shot at it. I think it might be a bit out of range, but you know what? You never know until you try, do you? I see you, envious moon. Iambic Pentama see you.
Aye, me.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
You didn't help at all, any one of you.
The badger sees the pocket meat, turns and leaps off the
Pocket meat.
This is fun.
My name is Santine Roulade.
So somebody's bringing these people back to life.
Where are you going, little sister?
What's that called?
I grabbed Fulton and just put him away.
Stay close.
I want to get some straight.
Stay close.
I grab a hand.
Hello, short sword. The adventure continues now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
I
Danger
was
Club
on the
podcast.
thing.
Oh,
Jeez.
a bit of Dusty McFussle. Oh, I miss that guy.
He'll make an appearance.
I like that by the end of it, he was a self-affirmed idiot. Like, I think he even said that he was an idiot. It's like,
Heavens to Murgatroyd, even. What's his name? The guy that used to say, Heavens to Murgatroyd, even. What's his name?
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss. Yeah. Thanks,
One of those
man.
characters you only ever saw in a Hanna-Barbera Christmas special when he was there with everyone else. Coasting off Yogi Bear's coattails.
the way you said that was
Yeah,
like,
coattails.
it was in a hotel reception bar and you were there with all of the,
You just
all
see
of
him
the
at those-
Hanna-Barbera characters just hanging out with Snagglepuss.
Just at socials, that's
Hey,
all
Miss
you...
Snagglepuss. Oh yeah, you've been struggling with that drug addiction and that your third wife has left you. But hey, good to see you at the Christmas reunion. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd.
So,
Happy,
It's actually a song, that,
Happy-
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Happy New Year, everyone.
This could
Yeah.
be New Year's.
Why not?
we are in the... No, we're in the new year now.
We are.
Yeah,
Just checked
Okay.
around to see if
Happy
that's
New Year to
We are.
It's Comic-Con tomorrow. You literally started down in a cave with a badger, and you finished it up in a huge city in a hotel with an awful lot of questions.
What a city, though. What a cool place.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, in the last game, you did really well in, like, building that world as well, Dan, so props.
There-
descriptive prose.
Yeah.
I owe a huge amount to the City of Strangers sourcebook, the Caermarga sourcebook that I got from Paizo.com, which there is a whole book describing Caermarga, and it has no sort of adventures in it. It has a couple, I think it has like a prestige class in it, or two, but not a lot of rules, just story about this incredible city. And there are a few games set there. It was the thing that made me the most excited when we did the fan vote so long ago now, it feels, to see what our new module would be, and Godsmouth Heresy won, and I looked and saw it was set in Caermarga, and I thought, great, I get to read and play with this insane setting.
Well, props to the pros. They come out your mouth, not your nose. Yeah.
What was the place called
was
where we
pretty
are? Balcony...
The
Balconies.
The Balcony's
Balconies.
Abyss is the...
That was a really good, like, visual, like, thing to imagine as well.
Yeah, there was some nice. It's been some nice descriptions going on. I was saying off air that it's sort of like there's these old sort of Renaissance paintings I've got in my head of, like, you know, your average street, but like rammed full of people. The sky is all a dramatic swirl of grey cloud, that kind of stuff. There's some like high walls going on, you know, that kind of thing's going on in my head.
And we're not gonna like. We might, but we're unlikely to see all of Caermarga in the course of your stay here. You might, but there are. It's like 11 different districts to Caermarga, and they're all slightly different, and they're all described within this book. And you read it, and you're like, I want to go to all of them. I want to have stuff happen in all of these things. And every one of them comes with plot hooks. Like, everyone's got a little box of like things that you could tell your players that are just like ideas for adventures that come out of it. So there's so much stuff
Like
you can do here.
The pocket meat seller, yeah.
the pocket meat seller.
Nothing like fishing your players.
Yeah.
For some,
That's a 3-year adventure
pocket
path right there. The pocket meat seller saga.
Out of character, I thought that he must have been some sort of like mind reader or something, and he was just preying on. That's immediately where my mind went to. I was like, oh my god, he's just going to try and pick on us all.
That's a great out of town attitude, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
you
mate,
come to the
yeah.
big city, and it's like, ooh, you must be a mind reader, and you're trying to rob me.
I'm the only one that's ever had pocket meat.
Yes.
Don't be ridiculous. Everyone has pocket meat.
Everyone has pocket meat.
Yeah, it's
Some
a big
people have
thing, man.
unintentional pocket meat. You know what I mean?
Dan, you mentioned the Karagor had a prestige class. What was that prestige class? Do you remember?
You may meet. It's called the Bloat Mage.
The bloat mage. Oh no, I don't even want to know what they do.
You might meet one at some point.
Oh,
We'll have to
no.
wait and
And
see.
also, you mentioned, Travis mentioned it's possible for people to fly you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Possibly.
The fuck?
The cuff.
Yeah, it's the city where you can get anything, pretty much.
Wow.
You can get anything and anyone that you want in Karagor.
It's like Las Vegas.
You just have to be willing to pay the price. Yeah, like more like Las Vegas than Las Vegas would like to admit.
Well, that's good. There's a load of stuff I need to get here, and Karagor's actually got a shop.
Yeah, I need to
Some
get some stuff. Man.
Health potions as well.
So damn expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Just,
Most annoying thing.
We had I put it on our Twitter, but one of our Dangerlings actually said to me, so now that you guys have got some gold, you're going to buy some fucking health potions, right? And I was
Probably
like,
not.
No.
Was that Francesca?
No, that was actually, weirdly, that was Freya.
Oh, big up Freya.
Oh, big
Oh.
Seeing some things sort of being sewn in here.
Sorry, did we pick up about 5 episodes ago? You know, when we actually did go to Comic Con, right? The episode
last
after.
year when we went to
Yeah,
Comic-Con,
last year when we went to Comic Con, did we actually big up who did the drawing of Shania? You met her?
Francesca, yeah.
Francesca, we did big up Francesca. That's who I was talking about just before, wasn't it? Francesca. I was getting confused.
So yeah, fair enough with this shout out, but I mean we've probably interacted with her a little bit since.
We probably have, yeah.
In that time. So by the time this episode goes out, nevertheless, another thank you to Francesca Dare. That is at Frantic Dare on Twitter for doing our lovely Shania fan art. She is an amazing artist, and she has a copy of her book Draugust out now. We had a flick through it at Comic Con. It looks amazing.
It looks so sick,
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm gonna throw a link to it up on the Tumblr this week. So, what sort of things are people excited to try and get hold of now that you're in the city? We had some things-
Before the threatening drow turned up, I was pretty excited about maybe finding some kind of armor or possibly a shield, something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my Great Axe masterworked. I think that's what I want to do. Trying to wangle it with the dwarves,
Nice.
Drum, will you be able to use a shield if you've got 2 hands on a scythe?
Yeah. Well, hold on. So I have proficiency. I've got shield proficiency.
Yeah.
And some armor proficiency, and I need to use either one or the other. You might be right about that. Shield might not work out.
A scythe is a 2-handed weapon, so you can't use it while using a shield. And remember, you can't use metal shields. You can only use wooden shields.
Yes,
Although
yeah,
there's
yeah.
not a huge difference.
Yeah, and armor-wise, I would be imagining it would be sort of
You
like,
can't wear
it's
any
not
metal
leather.
armor.
Can
It'd
you
be
use
like leather and
a
stuff.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's like I need to sort of raise my AC a touch.
Yep.
And seeing as you're right. Probably maybe shield's not the way to go.
Not
you
for
use
right
a-
now, but sorry, Fulton, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can you use a buckler?
Possibly.
No, it still counts as shield. I
No, you can use a buckler with a two-handed
because
weapon,
I've got a
but
buckler
But
on
the
mine.
thing is, you
on
wouldn't
me.
be able to use a buckler to defend yourself and use a 2-handed weapon.
it does
No,
count
but
towards
it
it.
adds to your
Yeah.
AC.
I'm talking in real life.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
it would make sense.
We're talking about Pathfinder, the game we're playing.
Sorry, the game we're playing.
Do you want to talk us through how Ray of Frost works in real life?
Yeah, please do. But the thing is, very Frost is Total Fantasy, but actually, in actual fact, a buckler is still held in your hand and it's used with a one-handed weapon.
And in fairness,
you do
actually,
not use it with a 2-handed
Yeah.
weapon.
the abilities of a buckler are reduced if you're using something in that hand as well. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, the benefit you get from it, or the hit, or the benefit you get from the weapon are slightly reduced. There is definitely a trade-off there that will be reflected somewhere within the stats that you've got for it. So yeah, you can have a thing that you should be looking for, Shania, at some point, probably a bit early for it now, is something called Iron Wood, which is a spell that you can get later on, and it's a special, and it lets you effectively imbue wood with the properties of iron. That's how druids at higher levels are able to get better quality armor. Because they wear just solid wood.
But even just some kind of sort of leather.
Yeah, have you got?
Because I've got nothing at the moment.
Yeah, you
Zero.
definitely need something. Yeah, that will definitely help you at the moment. That will boost that up.
Karagor wants to buy some trick arrows.
Oh, nice. We got some fire bolts.
Yeah, they're for crossbows.
That's true. Yeah.
So they're going to be either given to one of these guys or sold. But yeah, I got some crazy ideas about some crazy arrows I want to buy.
All right, we all ready for a little adventure?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
A friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was deaf and you went this way. Took a test to become DCP. Yes.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness. That's the theme tune for this flashback.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are somewhere very different. Imagine like a movie. We're cutting away to somewhere. We're looking at somewhere very different to the rolling hills and the fields of Heresy that we've seen so far. We can see a rocky cliffside and a path around. Everything's covered in a kind of a reddish dust. And even the clouds that are above are lit by the sunset to give everything a kind of an orange hue. It feels almost kind of alien. We can hear shouts somewhere in the distance, shouts of anger, and the sound of people in a rush. Suddenly, booted feet pound past us, a number of figures running past us along the pathway. We cut out to a wider part of the path. It's on top of a wide cliff, looking out across a craggy sort of rock wasteland. There's a small lookout camp here where there are a number of orcs gathered around. Two of them stand up as they hear something coming. Both draw falchions and step forward before one of them is all of a sudden just taken out by a huge wolfhound that just buries it into the ground. The other one draws his falchion up and takes a step forward, but as he swings, it's blocked by a cutlass. He's knocked backwards, and Karagor One Fang, slightly younger, steps into shot and just takes the orc out with a swing from his cutlass. As the orc falls, he drops the cutlass to the ground, quick draws his bow, knocks an arrow in it and draws it. We see the third orc who was sat by the fire. He's left his falchion out of reach and was just reaching for it as Karagor levels the arrow at him. Karagor looks him straight in the eye and just shakes his head. The orc looks for a moment and then just raises his hands and steps away. He backs up a couple of steps and then an arrow hits him in the neck. Blood pours from his throat and he just collapses on the floor and dies gurgling there. We look back to Karagor, who still has his arrow knocked. Freya Axeborne, she's a female half-orc, about the same age. She's lithe, she has black hair tied back behind. She steps into shot, holding a bow, the string of it still quivering. She claps Karagor on the shoulder as he loosens his arrow. Well done, short sword. You're still hesitating though. Remember, an enemy is an enemy. Never leave one at your back. Karagor shrugs the hand off her shoulder, but as soon as she's turned away, he smiles. Suddenly the camp fills with other figures, a mix of orcs, half-orcs and humans come running in. They look exhausted and many of them are badly wounded. The last one to run in is a human with scraggy black hair and several days beard growth. He's covered in muck and he's got an arrow sticking out of one of his shoulders. He leans heavily on the rock. Freya counts them in as they go and then looks back to the human. There's Sasha! The human looks at the ground. You can see now that there are tear stains on through the mud and his eyes are red. He just shakes his head. The largest of the orcs looks around him with, "We don't need to worry about why this happened now. All we need to do is get out of here. They're going to be watching the pass. That means we go down the side of the mountain. We climb down. Once we get there, we split up. Make your way out of Belkson any way you can. I don't want to see any of you again. It's been a pleasure." He holds out a fist into the center, and the others sort of make their way across and join their fists in the center of it. Earwigs for life. He nods to them, and then they make their way to the cliff edge. Karagor stops and looks back at the wolfhound. Freya puts her hand on his shoulders. He can't climb, you know that. And then, Karagor nods and then turns away, and they leave the dog standing there in the camp as they all begin to make their way down the side of the mountain. We cut out to a wide shot of all the figures climbing down this sheer cliff, hundreds of feet above the ground. Cutting tight to Karagor as he's climbing on the rock. Suddenly a rock breaks beneath his foot. A look of horror crosses his face and he just drops, but is caught a second later by a hand. Freya catches him by the hand and pulls him back onto the rock face. And she looks down and says, "Don't worry, short sword. I see you."
Yeah.
We fade back to her face. We're now in the hotel in Biss. It's a couple of years later, just a couple more lines on her face. Maybe a couple of greys showing in the hair. She's not older. She's not old, but a little time has passed, and they've obviously been harder years. She's dressed still in leather armor, but not quite as well used by the side of it. She still has a blade at her shoulder. She has an elaborate leg brace on her left leg. Looks like it's probably been purchased in Biss by the sort of design of it. So a kind of steampunk aesthetic to it. She finishes paying for the drinks. We cut back here to Karagor. Fulton and M are all here in the bar. Velda and Shania, you're up in your rooms at the moment.
So I'm going to just say out of character, that was fucking sick, man.
Real good. Yeah.
That was well
awesome.
good. I was lost in that. That was amazing. So good. Shit. Freya, is that you? What are you doing here? How'd you get out? What happened after? What?
Could ask you a lot of the same questions. Imagine the stories would be about the same. We all made our way out. I made my way here. Good a place as any to disappear, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, aye. I suppose that's enough ground to. Have you been tracked? But have you encountered any of the Empty Hand or anyone?
I keep a pretty low profile.
Right.
Made enough enemies here in Karagor without worrying about the ones back home.
Already? Hey, you, Freya. Hey, what you like?
Never changes, does it?
Aye.
You look like you've leaned into yourself.
Yeah, you know, I took up a few things, got a hobby, turned into quite a good disguise, as it were, actually. Turns out I'm not a bad dancer and actual performance artist, actually. Karagor sort of stumbles over himself a little bit awkwardly, being confronted with someone from his past all of a sudden that he's now relaying this to. Quite easy doing it to strangers, but not to people that you once knew. Odd. So yeah, that's... well, I killed loads of people still. Loads. Killed 2 zombies yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, you should be. Hey, do you want to punch me, Freya?
No.
Oh.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time for punching each other. Who are these 2 idiots?
Oh, right, this is, Freya, it's part of the Danger Club. Say hello. Good, so they talk a lot, and they're really attentive and stuff, so, yeah, anyway, where are you staying? What are you doing here? What's your cover? What's your alibi?
I was working with I was doing mercenary work for a little while, and, that went well for a little while, then it didn't. Now I mostly gather information.
Right, good. Well, shit, we should have a drink. We should,
That we definitely should.
Aye, I'll get the rest of the club round.
Alright, she orders a few more drinks. She orders a drink for herself and joins the others. What would you like to do?
I get. Where are the others?
Shania is upstairs, and Velda is upstairs in his room.
To be honest, by now, Velda's sort of washed. He was always going to go down and get some food.
Oh,
so
okay.
he sort of moses on down, but he's looking pretty clean and chipper and quite happy.
He's
And
like in a bathrobe. And
yeah,
like Hugh Hefner.
yeah. But his actual going out clothes are sort of being washed.
Sure.
But he's just sort of like, just sort of strolls down and is like, oh, hello. Oh, who's this?
Velda, come over. This is Remember me telling you about ages ago about as part of this old team, we had to run away from Belton because of this reason, and I used to hang out with these half-orcs and orcs, and we used to go around doing mad shit together.
Not familiar.
Yeah, called the Earwigs. I definitely told you and
Did you tell me?
yeah, a group of us.
Don't talk often.
Yeah, well, we talked around the pub after we had
Did
that.
we?
All the 6 of us, 5 of us, heart to heart.
Oh no, I don't remember. No, but it sounds fascinating. Tell me all about it.
Gorms, balls.
Picked a weird new tribe.
Yeah, no, they're not a tribe. It's different, They're
Velda sits down noisily on the stage.
anyway. This is Velda,
Hello.
Cairnblight. So this is this.
You're half orc as well.
Prefer the term Horrok.
Oh yes, sorry, yes, orcs. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, and this is MZ.
Hi.
Friar Axeborne. Good to know you.
Good. And that's
This is MC's like talking to a girl now.
It was more because Freya's just called Em an idiot. And he knows she's joking, but he's still like, you don't call me an idiot.
I think you've got a bit of friend jealousy, haven't you?
There's probably that thrown in as well, yeah. In the last episode, we were all like manning up, and now
Wait,
yeah.
is it like Tony Stark, Captain America, and like the Falcon? Like, is it like that?
Yeah.
Or when
Yeah.
Bucky turns up, maybe. Something
Yeah,
out
right.
of nowhere. And this is Fulton Battlestone. He's a fighter dwarf.
Fight a dwarf.
Aye,
Hey,
In that order, is it?
aye.
sometimes.
Well, dwarf or
Are you a
not,
dwarf fighter?
if you can swing an axe, then you'll be a friend of mine. Good to know you.
Good to know you.
There's another one as well kicking about, but I don't know where she'll be at the moment. Actually, Velda, can you send her a message? I don't want to intrude on her privacy. She might be doing something important or not.
Shania, yes. Well, I can try. I try and send a message to Shania.
Yep.
Say, hello Shania, we're all downstairs in the tap room. Do you want to come down and join us?
This is not the time.
No, I think she's indisposed.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind. We can all have a drink together anyway.
Hey.
Fucking hell, can't believe it.
Oh God, are you drinking yak's milk?
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, I'm not
Hey.
drinking that.
Hey,
Balls.
hey, Frey, you ever tried axe milk in your travels around here, around Cairmarga?
No, I haven't tried it.
Oh, get your gums round that, love. That'll sort you right out.
Just to clarify, you didn't specify alcoholic yak's milk, so is it just yak's milk?
No, we did it. We did when we ordered it. Yeah,
You
we
said
did.
yak's milk.
It's
No, we said
fermented.
yak's milk, and then we said any other alcoholic milk.
Yeah.
That's what Karagor said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Did you get the any other alcoholic milk then? Is that just like
we're not sure. We just drank whatever
I
came.
think when Dan gave them to
Got-
me, Dan said that they were yak's milk. So
They got
that's what I'm
alcoholic
going on.
oat milk, alcoholic almond
I know, I want to see what other milks they
Coconut
got.
oil.
Show me your milk menu.
Cairmarga, you can get anything in Cairmarga.
Can I get a steamed,
Dog's milk.
skinny coconut almond?
a frappe latte?
Karagor.
Velda just sort of like orders an ale.
Karagor, how do you know this young lady?
So, it's Freyr Axeborne, one of classic earwigs. Yeah, we used to kick around back in Belton, causing shit and doing stuff for reasons. And we fought together, and we slew people together, and we kicked in people's heads together, and nearly died together a couple of times. In fact, she saved my life a couple of times, didn't you, Freyr?
Yeah, that's how you remember it. We all did. We all look out for each other.
I bet there weren't any safe doors, eh? Right?
You still kicking doors, short sword?
Can't help it. Got a knee twitch. Got to do it, haven't I? Eh? Hey, well, it looks like you kicked in too many doors yourself, Freyr. What's that brace around your leg?
Made some. Was working some jobs. Found some valuables that needed reappropriating, but the guards, the people that were guarding it, thought otherwise. Dropped me off one of the balconies.
Oh, bet that hurt.
Yeah, you might say that.
Freyr, do you
Clerics can fix some of it, but there ain't. There's only so much they can do.
do you need me or us to pay a little visit to these fellas who dropped you off the balcony?
Nah, I deserved it.
Ah, fair enough.
So, what's happened to the earwigs now?
I don't know, Freyr. I mean, did you keep contact with anyone else? We kind of scattered to the wind when it happened. But
What happened?
Karagor looks to Freyr and back again. And he looks around the room. I don't know. Have you told anybody exactly what happened? I mean, these are some of my closest mates, Freyr, but I haven't told them exactly what happened yet.
I've never told closest mates. I've had plenty of closest mates. Not all of them turn out to be friends.
Karagor looks really awkwardly around. I mean, they really are my closest
You might as well
mates.
finish it off.
I mean, maybe not. We'll do it in the rooms, maybe. We won't tell them right here. I don't know.
Well, all right.
Karagor just
Hey.
looks around and consciously makes note of how many orcs or half-orcs are in the tavern still.
So how long has it been since you've last seen each other?
About 2 years. Yeah, long time, right? Hey?
How strange. What brings you here, Freya?
I live here. Well,
No, I mean to this hotel. You just hang about.
only decent place to drink in Biss.
How many earwigs are there?
Bit of a prying for a lot of information there, aren't we, Master Dwarf?
Well, I was just asking. I'm trying to get some information on my friend.
Just his way, Frere. He's quite curious. He likes to find stuff out. He hasn't got. Believe me, if he had any great machinations about trying to, plot the downfall of some various group, I'd know it by now. It's not Fulton's way, is it, Fulton? Hey, big boy. Hey.
Fulton's just eating some pocket cheese.
He's
Meat. Keep getting mixed up.
There's a crossover happening.
pocket meat cheese.
Shoe meat.
Shoe meat, yeah.
Oh God.
He's a questioner fighter dwarf. I think that's the question certainly Fulton.
Hey,
No, I ain't seen none of the others. Not since we split up.
Right.
What would you recommend doing in the city, Kermarken?
Depends. If you like getting rich, there's always work to be done. If you like staying rich, I'd recommend getting out of it.
Well, we're all going to be here for a couple of days, so it sounds like we could probably get rich and then get the fuck out of Dodge.
That would work. Any I'm particularly interested in things arcane. Any good sort of place to go for that? Magic and such items.
You know what? I might be able to help with that. Certainly, if you're looking to buy anything, there's a shop that does a lot of decent equipment here in Biss. You should be able to pick up anything. Nothing like if you want slaves or anything like that, you're gonna have to go down to the slave markets.
we
we don't want slaves.
Slaves, Fred. Do you remember? Like that
They trade
was.
slaves here.
Yeah, probably.
They do that. Well, I'm not.
I suppose they do anything.
I'd say I'm not judging, but yeah, I would be judging if you'd said yes to that. But no, you don't pick them up there. But if you just want adventuring goods, you want to go to Dark Michael's.
Dark Michael.
Dark Michaels.
Dark Michael's quality adventuring goods.
Has he got you on some kind of commission, Frere? Is that?
No, it's where I go.
Right. How are you making your money and stuff?
I
Robbing
keep my
Steve.
ear to the ground.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Well, you get paid for that, do you?
Depends on what you hear.
Oh, I see. It was a big
Sometimes I hear things that are valuable to other people, and we make a little bit of coin out of that, you know?
Is any bad things going on here?
Kermarga, mate. Lots of bad things going on here.
Like any crime bosses? Any
I don't think
thing
we want
like
to get
that?
involved with that, Fulton.
No, I'm just asking.
I don't know. It might be nice to know about Martin Fulton, just so we know.
No.
Yeah.
No, remember we're here. What we're here for?
I don't know. Frere's here now. Extra earwig on board. We've got to crack a few, gangs maybe shake up some of the underbelly of Kermarga and then get the fuck out again.
Like,
I think that's
like-
such a good idea.
Like cop.
Yeah, like cop earwig cop.
Oh, you're not
This is getting
copping again,
more-
are you?
Yeah, I've got. That's the other. Yeah, Shania's. Karagor looks a bit awkward and a bit disappointed and crestfallen. Yeah, she's just. I have another. It's not a thing. I'm just saying. She's.
It's a bit
she's
of
not
a thing,
here.
isn't it?
Hey,
It's a bit of a thing.
shut
Can you
up.
tell us?
Yeah, so it's having these longing looks and sort of hugging each other a bit too long and all the
Hey,
cop
it's a bit
thing
awkward.
and-
What?
It's a
Do
bit
you,
awkward.
are you jealous?
No.
Do you want a long hug? Do
No.
you want to come in for a big hug, mate?
No.
I can hug you if you want. Come on.
can
I see you, Velda.
Freya?
I see you being shy for social contact.
Velda just drinks and sort of holds the mug up in front of her face.
Can you?
She sighs it. A short sword got himself a girlfriend.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Whoa, hey.
Short sword? Why does she call you
Yeah,
short
why do we
sword?
call him short sword?
She smiles. It's ironic.
Because he's got a long
He's got a
sword.
long sword.
There's kind of she smiles at Karagor, kind of looks around. There's a slight.
I always assumed just because I was a bit shorter than your average Horrocks.
Yeah, I'd say.
What? Okay, right.
Can you tell us any more
Bloody
embarrassing
hell.
stories?
No,
about
stop that.
Karagor?
All right, I won't pack that in. Have we got some drinks coming or something? That's a nice reunion drink, so we fill our
Oh, I
mouths with
could
for a
tell
minute.
you stories.
Oh, go on, please.
Shania, you are upstairs in your room, troubled by events that you have been through.
Yeah, well, I haven't actually gone straight to my room.
Oh, okay.
I've gone to check on Ica and Travis.
Okay.
So you know, and they're right next to my room. So
Sure.
I'm heading that way, and just a quick sort of knock.
Travis opens the door. He's smoking. He's smoking on his pipe as he leans out, and then keeps on looking back into the room. Hi, Shania.
Hello. I just checking that everything is well. With you up here?
Oh, it's well.
Yeah?
It's bedtime, and everyone is adhering to that. You just hear from somewhere inside. But I want to try a beer.
Okay, good, excellent. I have seen some rather shady characters walking around. Just be on the look. Okay, be sharp. Can you do this for me?
I'll keep an eye out.
If you see anything at all out of the ordinary, you bang on the wall. Okay, I'm just next to the door.
All right.
Okay, good. Good night. Please sleep well. Yeah. Okay.
Good night, Shania. He goes back
well.
into the room, and then you just hear from inside. Iker, I know this door's an illusion. Where's the real door?
Shania then does go back to her room. She, if she could double lock the door, she'd be double locking the door right now.
You can move you can move some furniture in front of it if you want, or
yeah, maybe,
okay.
yeah.
Cool.
I don't know what's
a chair
in the room,
in front
but
of it.
put something in there, spooked. Sits down on the bed and racks her brains to try and think if she recognizes the faces or the names of the drow that she met.
House de Vere, you do not recognize the name of it.
No,
they're not one directly connected to you.
Okay.
But they
would I just as drow? Are they an infamous house? Should I, as drow, or is that not something that I would know?
You think you've maybe heard of them.
Okay.
It is a name that is familiar, but it's not one that you've had direct contact with.
All right.
They're not one of the sort of the powerful houses. So you wonder if maybe this is a coincidence, or at least that they seem more curious than anything.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly unsettling.
All right. So, deciding that it's not necessarily people from her past, she then continues to commune and create the tokens.
Okay.
For and also regenerate her sort of spells and
Cool.
prepare
Okay.
some new ones
You
for
continue
the next day.
preparing your tokens.
Tokens and spells and preparation. Super spooked. Tokens and spells and preparation. Oh my!
You continue for a little while, and then you remember that some powerful drow nobles have the ability to levitate. You just get up and go and lock the window, and then go back, and you carry on. Occasionally, eyes darting over to the window, but there is no disturbance for you.
Yeah. Sleeping with one eye open, if at all.
Okay.
I think.
You keep, and Philippe keeps
I'm not
lookout.
going to go down and
Okay.
see those guys.
No, you stay down. Meanwhile, downstairs, and then I pushed him off the balcony.
You're great, Freya. Very good.
Hey.
You're all right. It's nice to see you're doing well for yourself, Short Sword.
I mean, well, although I did brag about killing a couple of zombies earlier, we did also nearly all die. So well is a relative term.
3 times.
Yeah, aye. We've had some troubles, but we've overcome them. And that's what I was going to say to you, Freya. Have you thought about, maybe, you're operating by yourself in the city. You seem to be doing all right, but you're taking a few knocks. Have you got any friends, allies? I've got the club. It's a big thing.
I've got a few that I know. Don't worry, I look after myself. I've got those what look after me. I've learned to stay out of the direct line of fire these days. It gets too dangerous. I've learned my lesson on that. I find out things from other people. You're not looking for work, are you?
Not right
Well,
now.
we're on a job at the moment.
Definitely, we absolutely 100% are. If you've got a job, we'll definitely take it. No questions asked.
Wait.
Karagor.
Yeah,
We're on
I'm
a job at the
just
moment.
observing a trade and then making them go back. Can we do all this
Yeah,
job
but we
within a day?
Then we gotta come
Well,
back.
they're never in a day, are they?
I might have heard a few rumours that might be of interest to you. What do you know of the Church of Phasma?
I've got no idea, really. Oh, actually, isn't Shania some
Make a
kind of...
knowledge religion check.
You may.
Knowledge religion. Oh, I have. Pardon me. 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. You know she's the goddess of death.
Goddess of death.
Hey,
That's about all you do know.
That's about all I do.
I mean, Shania, she told us about.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
Shania
yeah.
told us that much, didn't she? Yeah.
She did. Yeah. Where is Shania? Well, then we'll know.
You already told us she's in the
Yes,
spores.
no, she didn't sound too willing to come downstairs. I don't want to question.
I don't think we need another job right now.
I think.
What's
that-
the job about?
Let's just hear it out first, then.
Yeah, might as well.
Em, why are you so prickly all of a sudden? What's the matter? You've gone all cold,
I'm
mate.
fine.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Karagor puts a hand on Em's shoulder. All right, mate. Okay. You sure, mate? I see you, mate. I see you in the corner being a bit quiet. But I want to make sure you're all right.
You okay, Em? Bottom puts a hand on Em as well. You okay, Em?
M stands up and says, anyone want a drink? Goes to the bar.
All right. Okay.
I'll take a drink.
I'll have a yak's milk. Thanks.
Hey.
Alcoholic, though.
Ale for me.
So, yeah.
Freya.
Oh, I thought you'd gone to the bar already.
I didn't realise you were still standing there.
Such a menacing.
Freya.
That's just he walks off and then just appears over Freya's shoulder, just being like,
Yeah, all right. I'll take Sam again.
Sure.
Thanks,
I love
Elf.
him again. It's
Yeah.
such a good
Hey,
ale.
Karagor.
Really good ale.
Tastes kind of like San Miguel.
Karagor.
Hey, yeah, go on.
Can you help me at the bar?
I mean, I thought you were getting them in.
Yeah. I'm going to need help just carrying them over. Come over in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just going to hear about the job. I'll
Sure,
come
yeah.
over.
Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Velda could help you get the drinks in.
Oh, I think your boyfriend wants you at the bar.
I think, hey, you are, Velda, you're a bit jealous, aren't you? Keep making
I'm
reference
not
about...
jealous. I was just
you wanna-
laughing. Can I get an ale, please? In fact, I'll have a sim again.
Yeah, tell us this job anyway.
Karagor's
Fred.
just that character on the RPG game who just keeps going back to the romantic option every single time.
It was when we were
Zevran.
genning his backstory, when we did the random roll on his previous things, we got a roll, me and Dan got a roll that was like, Karagor had several intimate encounters in his life. It was like quite high up that scale, so that's what I'm sort of playing.
Oh, I see. Right.
High on the
It's quite good.
intimate
It's not a choice, I'm giving it from a random thing.
Can M stand by the bar where he can just about hear what's going on
Yeah.
the table still?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Emma's being about
Will I be able to do that?
Make a
I'd be a
perception
Welsh
check
fan.
to try and listen in from the bar.
I remember when Em was like hearing all the things. and
17.
17, okay,
Yeah,
pretty good. Okay, so you're Freya kind of looks around for a minute. You heard rumours about the rumours about some of the killings around parts of Karagor. I mean, there's always killings, but these ones are peculiar because they're happening by famous people what are already dead.
listening. Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what, Freya?
About that.
Haven't we? Yeah,
Do you know,
yeah.
I think we might have encountered them.
We might have made a couple of them dead again, actually.
Yeah, dead people with pipes in them and all dressed very nicely. The gnome. Yes. Anyway, yes. Kukaro.
The folk who know anything around here know that there's a place you can be buried in Karagor. If you got no money, you probably just get dumped wherever, or sometimes they just throw people off the cliff. That's why it's dangerous to wait too long around outside the twisted door. Sometimes bodies come down there. But if you got money, or if you're anyone important, you get buried in the Godsmouth Heresy. It's underneath the Temple of Phasma. They charge a pretty penny. The great and the good, they get entombed there so that they can, lie in luxury or whatever. It's been open hundreds of years. They never seem to run out of space. No matter how many people they put down there, they've always seemed to have enough. That's where some of the folk what have been coming back, they're rumoured to have been entombed there. The church ain't saying nothing about it. They keep insisting that nothing's going on, but word on the street is there's something strange going on down in Godsmouth. And I happen to have the name of somebody within the Church of Phasma who is attempting to look into it and is perhaps willing to pay a decent coin for people to help them look into it.
How much of a decent coin are we talking, Freya?
I'm talking talking about 1,500. And for 10%, I'd be willing to tell you the name of that person.
That's a pretty good.
I mean,
When Freya said 1,500, Velda sort of like choked and laughed.
so what's 1,500 divided by?
It's more than we've currently got. It's quite a lot more than we've currently got.
Let's do it.
No, come on now. It's just.
Come on, let's do it.
We'd also be doing a tiny sort of bit of good.
Well, we already tangled with those things.
Yeah, but
and
they were
killed
easy.
us.
Yeah, they
They
were
were
actually
easy.
quite easy.
I mean,
Imagine if we go on a phalanx, do you know what I mean? Like, we just
we
move
could
forward
easily
methodically.
that was only because like 3 of us were down there.
Yeah, we weren't expecting it. It was a surprise. We were scattered. We didn't have a plan. Do you know what I mean? And I did posit that if me, Fulton, and Em were all down there in that little pit, we'd have made short work of them.
1,500 gold pieces. Imagine what you could do with that. You could buy
Wait,
your own.
Wait, no, what?
What?
It wouldn't be 500 each.
No, it wouldn't be
No,
500.
I'm just saying, like in total. Imagine what you could do with your share. You could buy yourself a massive
A
tent.
healing potion.
Yeah, or a healing potion.
Karagor addresses this quite legitimate and, to be fair, quite completely well-based concern. Velda, no, we'll actually buy some healing potions like soon.
Yeah, before we actually go
Get ready
in.
for that.
No,
like.
I'm just complaining about the scandalous expense of them.
Anyway,
And you want 10%
yeah,
for
it's
telling us.
150. That's good.
Maybe it's the sim again talking, but you're quite amenable to the job.
Would you fancy working with your best pal again and coming with us?
My dungeon delving days are over. She kind of taps the brace on her leg.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that, Freya. I could tell from the brace, but also if someone's booking a job, Fulton, they generally don't go on it with the team. That's usually how it worked with us in
That's
Belton.
right.
So
And you could just, you can overhear that you can hear this from the bar.
Karagor,
Oh yeah, sorry.
I need help with these drinks.
I said I'd go out with the drinks. So yes, unconditionally, no more questions asked. We will definitely take the job. Great to see you again, and this has been brilliant. I'm just gonna go get a job. I'll be back in a minute.
Right, yeah.
God, yeah, earwigs.
But
Fucking Games Club.
we've
Good.
got to do this job first. We've got to just escort.
questions asked. We will under any circumstance.
No, I'm saying we will. Yeah. Do you want the 150 up front?
Don't get anything. Don't give anything up front. Come on, mate. That's not how you do business around here. In fact, Karagor just comes back to the table. Sorry, I'm sorry. 1 second. Sorry, I just overheard you just filing it up there. No. Obviously, on completion, when we get the money, then you get your 10%, right?
That's right.
Hang on a moment. And Velda stands up and goes over to the bar. Hello, MZ. I'm coming to give you a hand with the drinks.
Thank you, Velda.
Karagor's just working out some business.
Karagor's
something.
way overexcited at this point. He's like a adolescent dog.
Have you actually bought the drink?
Yeah, they're sitting on the bar.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
splendid. I just pick
Velda,
up-
wait.
Oh, what?
Wait for Karagor.
Right, so yeah, you'll get the money when we're completion of the job, and we will be rich, and this we'll be working with Fergal. Great, yes, brilliant. All right, gonna go get the drinks with the lads. God, I don't know why it's taking so long. I mean, I know maybe Belda's turn to
Karagor.
win again. Yeah, all right, God, bloody hell.
Just wait here.
I go over to the bar.
Okay.
Colin stays at the table. Because no one said it.
No, that's good. That's good.
MZ won't let me leave.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah, go on.
How trustworthy do you know this woman? I mean, you haven't seen her in years.
Karagor clenches his jaw a little bit and then releases and goes, "We've fought and like slayed and watched friends die together.
Yeah, I heard of that. But you haven't seen her in years, and
Yeah.
now you're ready to.
The last time I
take
saw
a
her, she
name.
was in the business of saving my life.
And also, we need to ask Shania before we make any decisions on this.
While this is going on, Velda sneaks his hand really widely, just gets his beer and just sort of looking at the two of them, sort of squaring up against each other, and just sort of sighs way to the table. Really quietly.
M grabs Velda and comes back.
Karagor also
You see,
grabs that
I
like
can
a
tell,
rock.
and I say to Karagor, M says to Karagor, no, I can tell that Velda isn't 100% into this. I'm not 100% into this.
But we're talking
I
about,
don't
Velda
think
said
we should,
yes
I
along
don't
with me
think
and
we
Fulton.
should jump into this too quickly.
Well, what? Mate, it's a job. You know what happens? They come up, they'll go again soon. She'll find a different team, mate.
You saw what happened in those catacombs.
Karagor grips Velda's in the tire.
There's not just going to be 5 of those things walking around. There's going to be thousands, hundreds, millions. I don't know.
And do you know what? Actually, and Karagor gets a bit tense at this point. Actually, do you know what? It would have gone a lot quicker if you'd have pitched in and helped.
I just want to have a beer.
Karagor squeezes Velda really hard.
Every time you squeeze him, his drink just
It's just sort of.
so he's got no drink left by the end of it.
Anyway, come on.
I'm just going to say that I'm not sure about this.
All right, your objection is noted.
Thank you.
Good.
So that's how you
I
make
s-
shoe cheese.
She's just looking at you, puzzled. That's quite an involved recipe.
Hey.
More steps than I expected. Well, probably the number of steps I expected, but more. Wow. And you eat this?
Hey. Good. Do you want some?
No.
All right.
Unconditionally, no.
You want some pocket meat?
Yeah, all right.
All right. I hand over some
You hand
pocket
some
meat.
pocket meat over. Have you met that fella in the Warrens who sells this?
Oh,
Did you get the idea from him?
No. He stole it from me.
You should get a lawyer on that.
I should actually. You're right. I should actually copyright that. Should get the. Oh, I should do it. We should do it ourselves. The Danger Club. We should go into legal advice.
Yeah, I guess we come back over.
You come back over to the table.
Oh, so you're getting on with Fulton then? Is he telling you about his shoe cheese?
Hey, I was telling the recipe. Hey.
It's like Fulton has his shoe in his hand. Yep. Thanks for leaving me with that. He's quite the conversationalist.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? Good lad, Fulton.
Freya, when
eh?
does this job need to be done by?
Well, my contact's only going to wait so long till I can find him someone to do the job. If you don't want it, I might be able to find somebody else.
No, we'll do it. How about a couple
No,
of days?
wait. We need to speak to the rest of our party before we say.
Velda looks into his empty mug and just stands and be like, "Oh, I need a beer."
Velda,
Stands up and goes to the bar.
Velda, wait, Velda. Karagor grips Velda with a vice grip.
As does M.
No, what is
As
this?
does Fulton.
What is this new weirdness? What are you doing? What is wrong
just
with
joined
everyone?
in.
I just thought we were grabbing you.
Why are you grabbing me?
Sit.
Wait, could you just...
Oh, I just want
I know
to
Shania might be busy. Could you just send her another message again, just to say we're going to accept an extra job with an old friend of
No, wait.
Karagor's? Because she'll get a chance to reply.
We need to talk to her about the job.
Well, I mean, she
we're
can
going to
reply in the
accept it.
negative or the positive then, can't she? If she's not coming down, she's not coming down, mate. Do you know what I mean? She's got all the stuff on.
I think we need to. I don't think we need to talk to her.
We might be able to let's give her a privacy, mate. Let's give her a privacy. Come on. She might want some privacy. She's the only, lass in a bunch of fellas. She might want some privacy. Do you know what I mean? Lady time.
We've got this current job, okay? We've got. He's gonna go tomorrow, I assume, to get this thing, and then got him. Yeah. Don't say it. What? Shut up.
That's
Freya's
not something that we need
All
to.
right, yeah,
They're
okay.
walking around everywhere. I mean,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, then that'll be done in like a day or two, and then we can take on this next job. I don't know if we need to go back to thingy back with him, but I'm sure.
Sorry, I've just remembered we've got to send that letter about the orange bananas, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never forgot that. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
So we do this in a couple of days. Then we ask Travis if we need to come back with him. He'd probably say no because they just get on a ship back or whatever,
Aye.
and then we can take this job.
Aye.
How's a couple of days sound? Is that right?
That sounds fair to me. I guess I can hold off bookings until then.
Great.
All right.
Well, this is not a definite yes.
What, What are you doing?
Karagor,
You're killing me.
we need to talk about this.
You're
as a
making me look
group.
really uncool in front of an old earwig.
Adventure.
Is it about looking cool, or is it about making sure that we don't fucking die?
Who was making sure he didn't fucking die back in the catacombs?
Okay.
Freya? Karagor's can't
We'll
help
let
but
you know.
poking that wound again.
Freya will let you know. M stands up, drinks his drink, and then goes upstairs.
All right, now that he's left, unconditional yes, with no questions asked, absolutely yes.
I mean, I think we should speak to Shania, but
I think we should
Speak
do
to
it.
her.
I can't see. Well, I can't actually see
Eventually.
what's wrong with it. We can have a look at it at least. Although, if it is going to be terribly dangerous, I might veto. Might be out of our league.
No, so definitely. Well, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here for another day or so. What are you gonna do?
I'll be back here tomorrow night.
All right, but
I'll go speak to the contact, see if I can arrange a meeting.
Great, that's amazing. So then we'll get all the ins and outs from you back then, and by then, Em and Shania would definitely be on board.
All right.
Yeah, they're good people. They really are.
Could we go shopping first?
I'd
Yeah.
recommend that you do that because they're if I send people their way, they're expecting professionals. So I would expect you to be professionally equipped. I'm not saying that you're not, but I have a certain reputation to uphold. So I'd hope that you'd meet that.
Hey, well, you got one of your best friends, Karagor.
That's right. I know I can trust you, Short Sword.
Aye.
Did you ever have like a thing?
What do you mean a thing?
You know, like a thing.
Leaves. Velda leaves, goes to the bar to buy himself a beer.
Sometimes you get close,
Well, I mean, you know. No, I don't actually. Could you be a bit more specific than that, Fulton?
The dwarf wants you to explain the birds and the hell wasps to him.
Well, you see, Fulton, when a mummy orc and a daddy orc really, really love each other, they join the Church of Gorham and then forget about their only son, so he joins a warband going causing around chaos around Belton. That's how sex works. Anyway, who wants a drink?
Hey, let's do it.
She finishes it. I won't. Still got a couple of calls to make this evening. I'll be back here tomorrow night.
Alright.
I'll bring the details then. If I could set up the meeting, I will. But it's good meeting you all. And good seeing you again, Short Sword.
You too, Axeborne. Great to see you. Punches her lightly in the arm.
She returns it. You look good. Skirt suits you. She stands up, finishes her drink, turns and limps out of the bar. She takes a walking stick from the side and uses that to make her way out of the hotel bar.
Elder comes back with a beer and a couple of yak spots and sits down and says, good prayer not stay.
Yeah,
I
no.
like her, Karagor. She's nice. She's
Yes.
good egg.
Hey,
Good.
she's nice.
Yeah, she's good, isn't she? Good,
Yeah,
isn't she?
she is. Pity about her leg, but it sort of suits her in a way.
Yeah. Karagor reaches over. He was just glazed over. He just reaches over and finishes the extra spare yak's milk going. Well, was that yours?
No.
Oh, good,
and,
good.
like, Fel just pushes it towards the table a bit closer to him. And one for you, Fulton.
Thanks.
I'm not touching that
Karagor
shit.
chins the other yak's milk and then goes, "The fuck is wrong with Shania?"
I don't know what's going on.
What's wrong with him? See, I'm a bit... something's happened. Everyone's acting very strangely. I'm all right. I'm having a lovely time.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cheers to the Danger Club.
Danger Club.
Danger Club in earwigs.
The 3 members of the Danger Club sat downstairs, toast the Danger Club, as the other 2 members sit upstairs alone in their rooms, away from you. And that is where we leave it for tonight.
Oh, by the way, just very quickly, just before we stop hitting record, you know when you said you did that really sick little hip hop bit where we introed before you introed my flashback, that wouldn't be the music that was used. It would be Queens of the Stone Age, Feet Don't Fail Me Now. That's the track that I always had in my mind to that bit of the backstory.
But he
Anyway.
said 2 years ago. That
Yeah.
was Run DMC, man.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, my flashback, my music.
That's going to be cut.